Divine Feminine, if you've been wondering why love still hasn't arrived for you yet, or why it keeps slipping through your fingers, then this is the reading for you. In this pick a card reading, we're going to look at what's really going on beneath the surface. What is your soul still integrating? What timeline are you waiting to align with? And what's the energetic reason that love has felt delayed for you? So you can get to choose between the crystal, the flower, and the shell. So take a few moments to tune into each. The crystal, the flower, and the shell. Go with the one that made a feeling change within your body. Make your choice. There's timestamps in the description below and also in the comments below in order to jump forward to your reading for your powerful message from your higher self and your guides. And if you're ready to go deeper, there will be a deeper dive, an extended reading that goes with each one. And that's all about your divine counterpart. What is going on for them? Because if it's delayed for you, it's delayed for them too. And they're on their own path and their own timeline. So let's find out what's blocking them, where they're at in their own journey, and what their soul is preparing for next in order to come into alignment with you. So enjoy your reading. One question, one answer. The cards reveal at BeHealing.com. If you chose the crystal, then this one's for you. Crystals, let's find out for Divine Feminines why your love life is being delayed. What's up with that? Now, as usual, Divine Feminines, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with it. So if by the end of this reading you find that it is your story, could be a story, or want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. I'm going to go into much more depth about your divine masculine counterpart in that reading. Well, let's get some cards out for you. Crystals. Why is Crystal's love life delayed? Starting out with grace, going with the flow, everything being in divine order. Okay. And tea ceremony. Tea ceremony is about being slow and deliberate. Tea ceremony is about intending things. Now, I'm getting from this Divine Feminine that you are going with the flow. This grace card, everything is working out in your favor. And from tea ceremony, you've set some intentions of what it is that you want to experience next. And not all of it is lined up for you yet. In other words, there's some things that you've decided that you want to experience next in your love life that you're not necessarily an energetic match to yet. And this can happen like when we decide that we want someone, say, for example, we want someone that really values us, but we're not yet fully valuing ourselves, then the universe puts the love life on hold for us to find the value in ourselves, and it gives us other things like perhaps through our career or through our friendships, examples of how we need to value ourselves more. You know, it could be something like that. Let's get deeper into it. So you have set an intention for something that you want in your love life, and that has put it just a little bit out of your reach. And that's not a bad thing. It's a great thing, in fact, to set an intention for something much more that we want. Based on what we've had before, right? We have experiences of what we don't want in relationships, and that gives us an idea of what we do want instead. And so we tend to reach a lot higher, especially if you've had a lot of perhaps negative experiences in relationships. Now, these could be the things. Freedom. Needing freedom within a relationship. This is what you've asked for. Trust. Needing trust within a relationship, someone that trusts you, someone that you can trust. Mischief, that fun, playful side as well. So that's quite a mix there. Now, with these two, with trust and with freedom, those are things that perhaps you are not completely aligned with yet. And so there might be some more healing work for you to do, especially around trust. I'm not saying get yourself to the place where you'll just trust anyone again. I'm sure you've been in that experience before, and that doesn't get you what it is that you want, right? Trust, to me, is about allowing myself a lot more time instead of diving into a relationship too soon, getting to know them slowly, not really investing my heart too much at first, just seeing it as I'm still getting to know them, I'm still getting to know them, I'm still getting to know them. There's determination here as well. So you're determined to have what it is that you want in a relationship and this right mix. And that's great. And these readings are certainly not saying that you can't have it. There is just a path to that. And that path to that is finding certain things within ourselves first. Okay, let's get some tarot out for you. Divine Feminines. Tell us more about this, please. Of what's holding up the love life. Like an ant's biting my leg. I just went out to pick the flower for the reading. It could be that. It could be that there's an ant on it. Okay, what have we got here? Nine of Pentacles. That's you winning. Like you achieving things for yourself. We've got the King of Swords next. This is about someone that's got clarity. Someone that knows their mind. Perhaps someone that knows what they want. Knight of Swords is about moving too fast. So yeah, I think definitely around that trust thing, if you want someone that's trustworthy, you really need to give them a lot of time. And if you think that that's going to put someone off, you know, if you're taking it super, super slowly, it's not going to put the right person off. It's not going to put the trustworthy person off because they're going to invest. They're going to continue investing and they're going to get it too. They're going to get it. They're going to be been through some similar things as well and have learned those same lessons of needing time, needing to really get to know someone. Otherwise, you could make a mistake, right? You can't play the relationship lotto and just like presume. Like even with readings, we can't do that. We can't just go, you know, oh, I don't want to have the work of getting to know somebody. And I don't want to give it time because I'm impatient. And so I just want like instant relationship and just throw myself in and take my chances. That's playing relationship lotto. We don't want to do that, right? So Nine of Pentacles is up first. This is you doing things for yourself, earning your money, having wins for yourself and all of that. Serving inspiration and protecting that. Now, this suggests to me that you, in previous relationships, you would just share everything that was yours. It's like it's ours already. It's like instant relationship like that. You know what I mean? Instead of keeping what is yours and what you've made, straight away it's what's mine is yours too. It's ours kind of thing. I get it. I think that needs to be saved for long-term relationships that have really proved themselves that. And perhaps not even then. I think we do need autonomy. We all have our connection with Source and our connection with abundance as a result. Should we share within a relationship when we've got two capable people within there? In some respects, yes. In some respects, no. The Nine of Pentacles is the work that you've done on your back and your results of that for yourself. So you need to protect that more. What is yours? Protect that more. There's masculine energy behind that as well. Okay, so that might have you thinking that you're stepping more into your masculine energy by the things that you have achieved through your work, the things that you've purchased and all of that. So this might show up, say, as you have built a lifestyle for yourself and you've got a house and all of that kind of thing and you've made it really nice, and then you meet a partner and you decide to move in together. Well, it just makes sense that they move into your house because you've got more things than them and you've got it all like set up, and so they move in and your stuff is better than theirs, and so they sell their stuff and they keep their money from the stuff that they've sold, and now they're using all of your stuff. And then eventually after that story, when you break up, they're taking half of your stuff with it, and it's like, hang on a minute here. You know, that the mindset that got you there has got to change. In other words, do you trust yourself? Do you trust yourself not to give away the farm? Because it needs to be from outset, right? From the outset, protecting what is yours. And I'm not saying being selfish. I'm just saying making sure that it's balanced. Make sure that it's balanced every step of the way. King of Swords. Someone else has got clarity. Okay, so someone knows what it is that they want. King of Swords to the Ten of Swords, and it leads to a painful ending. Can you give us more about that, please? Directly communicate. Okay. This is a specific situation that you've been in, because this King of Swords is somebody else, someone that knows the mind. They could be a very logical person as well. Could be kind of boring as well. Sometimes shows up someone like that. But the Ten of Voices and the Eight of Inspiration, this is a painful ending. This is like someone that cuts straight to the chase and says it's over. Like, yeah. And that hurts. Someone who always kept their autonomy, always kept looking, searching for what was best for them, were very clear about that. And then when they decided it wasn't you that was best for them and moved on, that really hurt you. There's yeah, I can understand that, right? When people are clear on something of what it is that they want in life and they've decided that you're not it, that can be very hurtful when you thought that you were it for them. But there's an element here that you need to be more like that yourself, you know, of doing what's best for you no matter what. There's a strong message in this, not to go all in, not to give away the farm, not to get couple-minded too soon. Even if you're living together, even if you're dating, even if you're going steady, even if you're boyfriend and girlfriend now and then, even if you're living together, to not go all in and be in a couple mindset straight away. Like, save that for the truly committed. Save that for when you're married. Do you know what I mean? Because it appears like you're not doing what's best for you. You're just getting straight into this couple mindset. And then sharing and giving everything away. And then when someone else has got clarity and you find out they're not as invested as you were, they're kind of the problem then, right? And then it feels like it's been done to you. Instead of like, well, if they still weren't committed yet, how come you were? Do you know what I mean? It's like, what? Why? This should be a progression of commitment that you both take together, not one person. And then the other person like, no, I'm not sure about that. So there's something to think on there of not getting committed too fast. And I know it's tricky. I'm having to do it myself, to slow it right down, to slow myself right down and not invest too much too soon, and like not invite them in to live with me and to share all my things, not be the provider in that kind of way, and just let them keep on investing in the relationship and me meeting them. Let them invest first and then me meeting them where they are, instead of the opposite way around, instead of me going whoosh, okay, right, and then letting them catch up. So retreat is behind that. So there's a need to pull your energy back. So when you get into relationships, there's a need to be of this mindset, first of all, of your value and what you've built in the world, of that being really valuable, and that is yours. That's not yours to share. You haven't done it for them. You've done it for yourself, right? And them needing to invest and invest and invest, and then you match them where they're at. Don't lead the way and don't be the provider. Let them do that. Knight of Swords, and you've rushed in too fast in the past. Yes, Six of Emotions in the past. Page of Material, so you were manifesting it. Muse of Voices, someone with that clarity. So, right, this King of Swords energy, you might be attracted to air signs, ones that know what it is that they want, right? And in the mind, they're in the mind more than they're in the heart, these kinds of King of Swords energy. So in the past, you've been attracted to that, you're manifesting that, but what you got as a result that was someone that was in the mind rather than the heart. So what you got as a result, so this is probably because you're all in your heart, right? You want to be in your heart and your emotions, you want to be in that feminine. And so you want one of these thinking, logical kind of ones, because then together you are, you know, you're good together because you're like balancing each other up. But the King of Swords, when it comes to relationships, they're going to be clear on what it is that they want, right? They're going to be in their mind. In other words, they're not going to invest in their hearts too soon. They're just going to go about it with their mind. So they're what you want them to be like in life to balance you up is also what they're like in relationships, and that's not the best for you. Because I feel like you're going in all heart. So this is requiring some kind of you kind of maturing in a way to advocate for yourself more in relationships. And what's behind that is changes. Yeah, things need to change. So the universe knows what it is you're asking for. It knows what you're asking for in relationships, and it's saying, yeah, it's delayed because you're going to fall in the same pitfalls, because the way that you go about relationships is going to be the same. There's something in that freedom card that came out, first of all, you know. It's like, it should be easy for you to get out of relationship and not take any loss, not in the slightest, not even a little bit, not even a heart loss from it. And that probably sounds to you like you're not in the relationship at all. But you can be, and you can receive, and you can not make it mean too much, too soon. Bad attitude and withdrawal. Okay, so there is something here within you where you feel like it's not okay for you to retreat. It's not okay for you to hold your energy back. Perhaps that was a family thing that you were taught, you know, that the woman just gives, and it's not okay for you to hold your energy back. It is. We're all autonomous beings, you know. We've all got sovereignty, and we need to act like that in relationships too. It shows a high level of self-respect when we do that. And so this reading is almost saying like it's your love life is waiting for you to teach yourself how to be an autonomous divine feminine. A divine feminine in relationships with this high level of self-esteem. It's like doing relationships completely differently. And it's not like we all know how to do this. No, this is a new thing. This divine feminine is a new thing. And so we're figuring it out, what that looks like. We're figuring it out together. If you want to help us figure it out together, go to my website, behealing.com. You can join our group there, where we're doing that, divine masculines and divine feminines, figuring it out together as a community. You've got a spark and a soul connection here. Okay. So when you're feeling that spark, when you feel like someone's important to you, what you're feeling is a matchy energy. Now, matchy energy could be you're an empath and they're an empath that doesn't know about narcissism yet, and they're a narcissist and they want to take from you. That can be a matchy. It can be an overgiver with an overtaker. Yeah, someone that doesn't want to give a thing. They want a really giving person because they just want to receive in relationships and they don't want to give a thing. So this spark, this connection that you feel is just matchy energy, not necessarily a good thing. It's a good thing if we are completely in balance. If we are a balanced person, then we'll get matchy energy in. That's a great thing. But who's that? You know, we're like, who has got themselves to a place of complete balance like that? Hardly any of us. And so be a little bit more wary about that spark. It is drawing you toward them, but it could be that they've got a lesson for you to show you how you are out of balance. So this soul connection energy isn't saying go all in. This is soul connection energy isn't saying you can just do your old things in this relationship, it's going to work because they're the right person for you. If you do the old things in the relationship as you've done it, it's not going to work. You're going to bring the worst. You're going to bring the worst out of somebody if you're in those negative patterns that didn't serve you before. And so if you're an overgiver, you could get with someone that's balanced, that doesn't want to take that much, but they're just going to get used to you overgiving. And then if you pull back, if you're learning like, oh, I'm giving too much and they're not giving as much as me, even though they were giving something, they'll start giving less and less and less because they've got used to you being in the imbalanced state. And so they're getting even more imbalanced too, to counteract that. So we can mess relationships up even if it's a soul connection. You haven't got the green light to do exactly what you did before when it's a soul connection. So you might have been wondering what confirmation from readings and all of that kind of thing, why it didn't work out. It's because if you did keep on doing what you did, you're going to keep on getting what you got. Chaos and conflict and loyal heart. Yeah, this is a strong message. There's a healthy way of being in relationships that's much healthier for you. And when you've found that, you're going to bring in this loyal heart to you. But while you're going to bring chaos and conflict by not being extremely regal is what it is in a relationship. Letting them lead and only matching them, only loving them as much as they'll love you. letting them lead, because you're so self-respecting that you couldn't possibly do anything else. That's when you're going to bring this loyal heart in. The one that's truly right for you. Not going to sort your problems out, but they are going to be a match to you when you're ready for it. So I hope that has given you lots of information. Now, does that sound like it is your story? Could be a story. You want it to be a story? If it does, you might want to know about the path that your Divine Masculine is on with respect to this too. So why they've got to be delayed too. What's going on for them? Do you want to know that? If you do, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for it in the description box and in the comments below as well. You need to get your email address right, otherwise you won't receive it. And check your inbox, your spam, your junk, and your important folder. If you're on Gmail, it'll hide your emails in there. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like. Leave me a comment as well. How did that resonate for you? And for more, visit my website, behealing.com. I'd love to read for you personally. I will see you next time. Bye. You've done the work. You can spot red flags. You've built strong boundaries. But is your heart too closed now? Careful, guarded, keeping you safe? But you still want real love, healthy, conscious, true love. Let me help you open your heart again, safely this time, to invite in the partner who truly meets you. Ready for real love? Learn more at behealing.com. Flowers. If you chose the flower, then this one's for you. Flowers, let's find out why your love life is delayed. Now, as usual, flowers, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with it. So if by the end of this reading you find that it is your story, could be a story, or want it to be a story, you might want to get that for even more. If you do, then I'll tell you how to toward the end of the reading. Your cards are flying, so let's find out what they are. Growth. Okay. On a growth path at the moment. I think this is usually the story when love life isn't moving forward, is because we've got some growing to do. We've got something that needs to be focused on, developed, perhaps in another part of our lives, but it'll have something to do with your love life. So, for example, if you're not valuing yourself enough, then that will come out by you learning, perhaps in your work, to value yourself, or in other personal relationships. Perhaps you've been doing too much for other people and haven't been valuing your time. Perhaps other people value their time and they'll let you down, but you never let anyone else down, and that kind of shows that you value their time more than you value your time. It could show up in all kinds of ways, but you're on a growth path at the moment, so there's some growing to do. You see, we can only get into healthy relationships once we're a healthy person for relationships. And so whatever's being shown to you at the moment, the growth path that's being shown to you at the moment, is important, and it's important for your love life relationships too. Peace. Be in peace with where you're at the moment. Be in peace with being single. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. We've been led to believe, with like fairy tales and all kinds of things from society, that there's something wrong with us if we're not in a partnership. Why? There's not. Nothing wrong with us. In fact, I would say that by far the majority of relationships are unhealthy ones. And so there's something right about us if we're not in a relationship. There's something very right about us not being in a relationship if what we're wanting is a different kind of relationship than we've had before, and we're going to grow to get ourselves to that position, to be the person that can have that kind of healthy relationship that we want now. We're not just only one, but we wouldn't, it's that or nothing else. You know what I mean? It's like, I want a good relationship or none at all. So unraveling society's judgments, it goes with like being a mother as well, doesn't it? Women are questioning that too. It's like, oh, every woman should want to be a mother, but that's not even true, is it? So there's nothing wrong with being a childless woman. There's nothing wrong with being a single woman. So yeah, questioning that, just questioning that. Strength. again, with that calmness as well. There's something here about you not being peaceful with where you're at the moment. You need to be peaceful with where you're at the moment because it's where you're at, and so it's exactly right for you right now. And you know, when we're manifesting something that we want, we can't do it from this place of it's not okay. It's not okay for me to be where I'm at the moment. When we're at A and we want to go to B, we need to be happy with where we're at A first, and just like acknowledging I'm at A and it's fine and I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. And then we can set off toward B. But while we're struggling with where we're at A, that's taking up so much of our energy. We can't even set off to get to B yet. So acceptance, peace and acceptance with where you're at the moment. You know, it's like anything, right? It's like when you're broke or you're in debt, right? If you're in a lot of credit card debt, no amount of ignoring that, pretending that it's not happening, is ever going to get you to paying it off. It's only when you admit it to yourself. This is where I'm at. It doesn't make me a bad person. That, you know, as soon as we get to that place of peace in ourselves and calm, then we can figure out a path to paying it off. But when we're judging ourselves about it, we're not going to do anything. We're not going to head toward the right way at all. So, strength. Stay afloat and feel steady and calm, says the strength card. So there's a strength in having peace in ourselves, right? Strong people are peaceful and calm people. Strong people are not the loud ones that are out there beating each other up. That's a weakness, right? That's not a strong person. We know this, right? It also applies to you too, in how you're feeling about yourself, where you're at right now. You got judgment here, feeling the pull, feeling the call. That could be feeling the pull to be in a relationship, feeling the pull to be married, feeling the pull to have children as well if you're of the childbearing age still. The Three of Pentacles, teamwork makes the dream work. And the Wheel of Fortune, fate. Fate getting involved. Ooh, let's get deeper into this. So, judgment, feeling this calling. Wow, okay. Two of Inspiration, it says you're at a crossroads at the moment. What's calling you right now? Ace of Emotions, falling in love. Ace of Inspiration, something passionately new starting. The Devil, tempting fears and all of that kind of thing. So you're feeling the pull, you've got change, imminent change. It's exciting, it's getting your heart involved. But the Devil is bringing out fears. It's bringing up fears. Now, new things will bring up fears. You know, we have a subconscious mind, we have a nervous system, we have an ego. They're all things there to protect us. They're tools. They don't run us. They're not supposed to run us anyway. We're meant to stay in control of ourselves and conscious and present. And we listen to our ego. And we listen to our nervous system. And we listen to our subconscious. And when new things happen, yeah, our subconscious is going to say, oh, this is scary. This is new. Just stay in your comfort zone, you know. But we need to stay in our conscious mind and go, it's okay. I'm choosing this new thing. I'm heading into it. That I'm going to feel the fear and do it anyway, you know, that kind of thing. There's always a fear out of newness. And I'm just saying that because you got the Devil card out here. Ace of Emotions, Ace of Inspiration. I mean, that is ideal energy for new love, new passions. Feeling the calling for that. Now, also with this energy too, because Devil energy is temptation too, this could be an overemphasis on relationship, and rather than letting the right relationship flow to you, always in pursuit of that relationship, like the next one, and oh, it could be this one, or, you know, serial dating, or just always with your eye on somebody, you know what I mean? Even if it's not dating, you're always like, there's always like your bow in your head, you know, this one, and then this one, and then this one. Always got to be someone now to focus on. And the reason that I was saying that, Devil card can be a temptation, you see. Because this Judgment card, it's like feeling the call to be in a relationship. But that could be because of what I said before here. What I was getting from this of not feeling at peace, you know, because of what society has told you. That believing in the fairy tale. Revisit those fairy tales because they're quite horrific, really, when you look at them. When you look at them with like a modern day divine feminine focus, the fairy tales are like, what? She did what? She gave up what? For what? Huh? What's behind that is sacred space. Taking your sacred space first. It's almost like doing the opposite. This reading is asking you to do the opposite of what you're doing. It's like, be happy being single right now, and just be like, no, I'm good single. And you'd be like, but no, I want to be in a relationship. It's like, yeah, but that pursuit of being in a relationship. I know, it's just, when they say, it's when you're not looking is when one will come along. And it's so true. It is so true. And it's not because, the universe just wants to be backwards with us. It's because of this that I'm saying. It's like once we're happy by ourselves, we no longer have these stories that are outside of ourselves. To be a human being, whether you're divine masculine, divine feminine, whoever you are, being consciously aware that life is working for you and whatever comes in front of you is what's right for you at the moment, and to go through life, and sometimes it's a focus on career and sometimes it's a focus on love, and then it'll be this other focus, and all of these kind of things. We can flow through life like that, trusting it. Or we can go, no, but it's not okay for me to do that. It's not, no, I can't focus on, I should, it's wrong. I'm this age and I should be in a relationship by now. When we start messing it up with stories like that, then we can't flow through life. So I'm saying that because this is not about trying to manage it even more. Like, what should I focus on instead? Then no, it's like, no, realize that life is for you and flow with it. Yeah. As that gives you that, where I'm at right now is perfect. I want to be in a relationship, yes, but I don't need to do that. The right relationship for me is going to come about. And if I just deal with whatever's in front of me right now, where life is pushing me right now, then I can be on this magical path of getting to know myself, of this growth that is going to lead me to what it is that they want. The universe knows what you want and it's leading you there. And it's saying, but first you need to learn this. And you're like, no, I want to be in a relationship. It's like, yeah, but to get in that relationship, you need to learn this first. Like, no, I want to, So overly focused on relationship is working against you right now. 3 Pentacles, teamwork makes the dream work. I've got the 3 Pentacles here, please, for our beautiful flowers. 7 of Voices, it's the lie. The 4 of Materials, holding your energy back. Okay. You work best as a team when you're in a relationship, don't you? Yeah? Lie. You think that you work best when you're in a team. You're doing it all. You're doing way too much. You're not doing teamwork. You're not an equal when you do this. You need to hold your energy back more. So, what this is saying is, you think you're better off in a relationship because it brings out the best in you, and you think like that's teamwork, and it brings something into you. This is calling you out, saying, no, you get into a relationship and you like step it up. I'll do it all. And you give way too much and it's imbalanced. Can I put that another way? When you get into a relationship, it gives you the fire to give even more and do too much within a relationship instead of it being equals. You're telling yourself an incorrect story that when you're in a relationship, it balances you out more and allows more for you to come through. What this is saying is that's not the truth. The truth is that you just step up how much you're giving within a relationship until it gets too much for you and exhausts you, makes you resentful, and all of those kinds of things that happen when we do that. So the balance needs to be found first within yourself now. Now, how can you do that if you're not in a relationship? Because don't you need to do that within a relationship? Well, you are in relationships. You've got friendships, you've got family members, you've got all kinds of things. Whoever we're relating to in the world is a relationship. And so this is finding that balance there first. Not offering too much of yourself. Women, we've been taught to be like the slaves. To give in any relationship. Go into any household for dinner and see who's doing the work. Still imbalanced. It's still imbalanced, and by far the majority of households, it's still imbalanced. And everyone that I've been in, it's imbalanced. It's always the women doing it. It's the women doing by far the majority of the work. By far. And we need to sort that out, because that's not divine, is it? The universe doesn't want us to get into more undivine relationships. It wants divine masculine and divine feminine to get together, and we've got to get divine first. And so there's a hell of a lot of growing for us, like, oh yeah, this is out of balance. Like, I need to value my time more and go, it's your turn. There's however many adults in this house, it needs to be divided equally, you know, that kind of thing. So divine timing and death is behind that. So something big needs to change, and it's perfect timing to do that. In every other relationship first, we need to be that change, right? And that takes work, and it takes a hell of a lot of consciousness too, because it's just too easy to, it's dinner time, so we all get up and we go to the kitchen and we take charge of it, because we know what's in the fridge, and we're holding all of that in our mind, and we're like, oh, well, we're going to eat this, and we're making all the decisions then, and we're doing all the work and all of that kind of thing. We need to stop doing that. Let someone else take the lead, because if we don't take the lead like that, someone else has to, right? So we've got to sit on our hands. That's how I like to think of it. You know, when you're at school and you're being naughty, so the teacher tells you to sit on your hands so that you can't fiddle around with things. Feel that the patterns that we've been in, the urge to take over, to start it and to do it and to be on it and to take responsibility for all of that, and we need to go, no. That's why the retreat your energy. Where was that? Yeah, the Four of Materials. That's the sitting on your hands. That's the stop yourself from doing it. It's not teamwork. Like, revisit after what I've just said now. Teamwork makes the dream work. We guys are like, teamwork? What? If you're talking about a team of one while everyone sits doing nothing, teamwork is different. Teamwork is very different. Wheel of Fortune. Fate. So right now with your energy, you're likely to bring forward somebody into your life who is equally out of balance, you know, and will be expecting you to do it, because it's the woman's job, isn't it? And I'm not singling you out. It's all of us. It's all of us. This message is for all of us, right? It's hard to break out of the patterns that we've been in. It's hard. I mean, how do you stop? Well, you're just going to forget what's in the fridge and what needs to be got from the supermarket next time. We have been conditioned to hold all of that in our minds and be responsible for it. Can you imagine a world? Can you imagine a week even where you don't have to do that? Someone else is taking responsibility for it. I'm reading a book at the moment, and the lady said, I stopped reading it at this point. She said, you know when something hits you and you have to stop reading? She was cooking. She was staying at a granddaughter's house, and she's really thankful to be staying there while some renovation work's going on at her place. And she's happy to cook for her daughter. So her granddaughter was like buying those freezer meals and stuff before that, and she was happy to do like real cooking for her while she's there. But then she said to herself, it'd be so nice if someone did this for me. If someone cooked for me, I would love that, right? And I'm like, I hear you. Like, how to start reading? It's like, yes, me too. Me too. It's been me all my life. If I'm not cooking for myself, I'm cooking for the family, I'm cooking for people. When's it my turn for people to cook for me? Like, literally, I'm 54 years old. Probably for the rest of my life, it's time to be cooked for. Do you know what I mean? To redress that balance. That's not going to be balanced. I'm going to have to do it half the time. I understand that. But yes, it's time, isn't it? Wheel of Fortune. Fate. What's fate? Page of Voices. Oh, someone's noticing you here. Someone's got their eye on you. Eight of Materials. And what you're worth. Ah, okay. Fated. Someone fated has got their eye on you and realizing what it is that you're worth. Okay. Oh, but Past, present and future. They could be seeing you growing, you see. This could be someone that's had their eye on you, known you in the past, see you right now. And you know what I'm getting? I don't really want to admit to this, because I don't want you to feel bad about it. But with your energy at the moment, not being happy about yourself and all of that kind of thing, and way willing to do way more than, they're kind of looking at you going, they can see what you're worth, but like, why can't she? Like what's the deal there? What's wrong with that? You know, when you see your friends that have got really low self-esteem and they're getting into like terrible relationships with weirdos or like really horrible energy guys, and you're like, what is wrong with her? What's she doing? It's hard to respect someone like that isn't respecting themselves, right? You might have compassion for them, but you're like, what is she doing? Why would she be making those choices? They've got a bit of that energy about them, but it's past, present and future. So they're going to see you grow from this point to realize, Eight of Materials, just how much you're worth. Interesting that, isn't it? Sometimes people see us for what they're worth, and then they're like, oh, why is she acting like that? It's because they haven't experienced what we've experienced. They've not been brought up to be a woman and to not value ourselves and to give it all away for free and to be the slave for everyone else and, all of those things. So, grace, getting in the flow. Remember what I said about being a human being, flowing through life, trusting the universe. It's all for me. And so what is showing up for me now through synchronicities, through opportunities, through those things, like this thing keeps on showing up again, maybe I need to heal this, whatever's showing up for you in your life, trusting that pattern, trusting too that relationship shows up on that path as well, if that's what you want. Flowing with life gracefully like that. You have a new adventure coming up here. It's different. It's very different. I think, imagine if the rest of your life someone was cooking for you. In fact, I did have a boyfriend when I was 30. When I was 30, I had a boyfriend. He was 22. And he was a chef. And he used to cook for me. That was nice. Confusion and effort. Doesn't that say it all? Confused about what your role is in relationships. Confused about that you want to make efforts, right? It feels like loving, doesn't it? How do women show the love? I take responsibility for everything in the house and I cook and all of those kind of things. We do. Everyone does that for love, right? We do things for others. It's acts of service. And then we're told to be like, well, but you're doing it all. That's the thing. You're not letting them do back for you. So now you need to hold your energy back. That is confusing because that feels like, you see how this watering can has got a heart on it. It feels like, so I've got to not love. No, it's like you've got to balance it up with love for yourself. It's got to be balanced. I think life is about giving and receiving love. It's about loving and being loved. But we've been taught it's about loving, not about being loved. We need to be taught about being loved, right? We need to indulge ourselves in that more. I want this feeling of being loved, of being cared for, people doing things for me. That experience. And yes, it's going to be challenging. It's confusing because it goes against the things that we've been taught. But we've got to head for balance. There's a lot of things that we've been taught that we're turned around, right? It's like slavery. It's not allowed anymore. Oh, hang on a minute. We're still doing it. Come to the edge. It's taking a risk. It's doing things differently. So it's more than confusion. There's a bit of fear here about you retracting your efforts and not doing that. And that's understandable too, because there's a lot of toxic masculine out there yelling, get back in the kitchen, make me a sandwich. That's what your job is. You're supposed to do that. How no man's going to want you if you don't do that, it's a risk. Come to the edge there. This is where we're headed. It's only the toxic masculines that say that. The healthy masculines don't say that. Divine masculines certainly don't say that. So there you go. This is what I've got for you. Now, if that sounds like it is your story, could be your story, want it to be a story, you might want to get the deeper dive. The extended reading is going to go into your divine masculine. So what they're going through at the moment, they're probably not ready right now. Let's find out, shall we? If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. Do type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you're not going to receive it. Now, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your important folder if you're on Gmail. Find those folders, because that's where it'll be. Well, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Let me know how this has resonated with you and your thoughts about that. And if you want more help from me, get yourself a private reading on my website, behealing.com. If you're not coming with me to that deeper dive, then I will see you next time. Bye. You've done the work. You can spot red flags. You've built strong boundaries. But is your heart too closed now? Careful, guarded, keeping you safe? But you still want real love, healthy, conscious, true love. Let me help you open your heart again, safely this time, to invite in the partner who truly meets you. Ready for real love? Learn more at behealing.com. If you chose the shell, then this one's for you. Shells, let's find out why there is a delay in your love life. What's all of that about? Let's see. Now, as usual, shells, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If it sounds like by the end of this reading it is your story, could be a story, or you want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. In that deeper dive, I'm going to go into your divine masculine and why their love life is being delayed. What's going on for them? Your cards are already coming out, so let's find out what they're about. Past lives. Ooh, past life with someone. Now that can add complications as well, because we're bringing energy through. If you knew this person, your person from past lives, there can be weird energy. You know, it's like when you meet someone and like they make you angry and you don't know why. There's past life stuff that comes through. It can really complicate stuff. Freedom and purification. Okay. Now, purification says that there is something for you to give up, for you to sort out, something that is not good for you. This could be something that's bad for your health. It could be a way of thinking that's not good for you. It feels like there's something that needs to be healed here and purified and let go of. A pattern. Perhaps, I don't know, it could be that you drink wine every evening or something like that. It's covering up something else. That needs to be purified. Both of you, you know, you could have this similar thing going on. Freedom. There's a need for you to claim that freedom and do what you want to do. Not be waiting on someone else and just kind of keeping yourself in a holding pattern, but give yourself the freedom to do whatever. Someone that loves you right, loves you properly, will want you to have freedom and do what it is that you want to do. It's only controlling people and the people that are unhealthy in relationship that would want to control you or keep you down and all of that kind of thing. Only that kind of person wouldn't want you to have your freedom and do what it is that you want to do. If you've experienced things like that before. So there's this feeling that you might think that you can wreck a relationship by having freedom and going on your own path and doing what you want to do. It's like, no, I've got this one might run away from me, and so I need to keep myself small or just keep myself here waiting for them to come back. There's a feeling like you might jeopardize getting into this relationship by being free, and the opposite is actually true. The opposite is actually true. Someone that will love you right will want you to be doing those things and will be happy about that. So move. Oh, is it about moving location? That makes it complicated. Barnacles grow on a dock ship. There's that message again. Don't be that dock ship. Don't be in a holding pattern. You'll run out of fuel and then you'll crash. Direction. Trust your inner compass and find your bearings. Right, so a healthy relationship. It's going to be two people. Two people that have their own lives, know what it is that they want in their own lives and free to do that. You give yourself the support to do what it is that you want to do and follow your own life path. And the other person will, of course, is going to agree with that too, right? Will want you to do your thing. You want them to do their thing too. You both want each other to be happy. Contrast that with a relationship like my marriage a long time ago now, but how's this? I was working in corporate and I wanted to start a healing business. He said no. He wasn't supportive in that at all. 25 years after the divorce, I still have my healing business. This wasn't a fleeting thing. This was my life path. He wasn't supportive of that. Of course, I couldn't be in a relationship with someone that wasn't supportive of my life path, right? And so in the right relationship, of course, we're going to be supportive of each other's path. So do follow your own path. Move. It says that you're not going to jeopardize that relationship. You're only going to jeopardize wrong relationships. And it's always better to jeopardize wrong relationships. It's always better to know sooner rather than later that it's the wrong relationship for you. There's a saying in Japan, I'm going to kill it right now. I'm going to do it disservice. And it says something like, as soon as you realize you're on the wrong train, get off. It's like the sooner you know and you confront that and realize it and make that change, the better. And so your message is, if you think that what you're going to do is going to disrupt that train, good. It'll show it that it's not the right train for you. I think I'm mixing it up wrong, but there you go. 5 of Swords, internal conflict. Ooh, the Lovers. Spicy. And the Knight of Wands, exciting movement forward. Okay, 5 of Swords is about an internal conflict that you've got. The 4 of Inspiration, about marriage. Settling down, marriage, being stable. The Tower and that falling apart. Internal conflict about marriage and it falling apart. Internal conflict about divorce. Internal conflict about you are making things fall apart, okay? Internal conflict about what you do causing relationships to fail. That's not true. I'm not saying that you can't do something to make a relationship fail. Of course, we can all do that. But you have been blamed by other people and therefore now you blame yourself for making relationships fall apart. Those silly things that people say, like, why can't you keep a man? Like, as if it's about us. As if like a man running off, going off with someone else has got anything to do. It's not got anything to do with us. That's them. That's their choices in life, right? It's putting responsibility on the wrong person. And I'm feeling that here. Relationships, marriages have broken up. You're blaming yourself for that. I'm doing something wrong. And so rather than being yourself, you didn't do something wrong, you were just yourself. Then you're like, well, I can't do that because if I'm my true self, it makes relationships fall apart. It makes the wrong relationships fall apart is what it does. It makes the wrong relationships fall apart. I wouldn't be doing what I do if I had that same belief. Oh, wow, it was following my dreams and following my life path and creating this business or wanting to create this business, which I did once I was divorced, that caused my relationships to fall apart. So I shouldn't do this business because if I do this business, I'm not going to be in the right relationship. That makes no sense, does it? It makes no sense. It's my life path. Of course, the right relationship for me is going to blend nicely in with my true path. I'm going to be supportive of it too. Unlimited possibilities and discernment. It's just about choosing the right person, right? There's unlimited possibilities. So permission to be yourself and stop blaming yourself for relationships going wrong. Some relationships can't work out. Some relationships are for a season or for a particular lesson. And we get that and we move on. We don't get that and then change ourselves. I mean, only if there's a change that you want, we can learn and we can grow and all of that kind of thing. But this is not that. This is saying like, you're kind of going further away from yourself. So no wonder you got the freedom card there. You really need to allow yourself to be your full, true, shiny self. No apologies. All of who you are. Stop telling yourself stories that means that you're going to break relationships up, because I am sure that you've got that from someone else. You might hear that voice in your head and it might be like your mother. It might be in your mother's voice, that little voice in your head that says that. The Lovers, what's this? They make you happy, they make your wishes come true, you just want to go for it. Okay, a lover. Now, it's not the Two of Cups, it's not your match, but it's a lover. I do have this feeling with this past lives card coming up, perhaps you've already met your divine masculine, but this is a lover. This feels light. This feels to me like, oh, they make all my wishes come true. The Nine of Emotions, it's what I want. I want to dive into it, the Fool, even though I'm not sure. The Fool isn't sure. The Magician might be, but the Fool isn't. I just want to dive into it. So there's this, not really frivolous, just perhaps a little bit naive, wanting to dive into a relationship, a lover relationship, and see if it can be more. Because Nine of Emotions, making your wishes come true, the joy, and bringing you joy here as well. Yeah. There's a feeling that you want to be in that relationship, whoever that is. The Knight of Wands, and it's passionate movement forward. This is exciting. It's fun. It's exciting. And yeah, there you are by yourself, the Hermit and the Page of Inspiration. You get this exciting news. So this feeling you want excitement in your life, right? For this lover. This might not be, just take this if it resonates, but I'm picking up on this energy. You might be older than this lover and you might be wanting to start again, like a rerun, see if you can do it again. And that is coming from this belief that you did it wrong in the first place, that you were wrong as yourself. These two particular lines, it's got this feeling to me as a reader of, if I could be like a teenager again and like dive into a relationship, I could do it differently this time. That's why I'm feeling like an age gap between it. Just like start again. Perception is behind that. And it's because you think you did it wrong in the first place and you didn't do it wrong in the first place. Young people are just going to do the same thing. Going to make the same mistakes that we did and then find themselves and realize that they need to be more of themselves and all of that kind of thing. Maybe going through the same thing where they're blaming themselves for it. I think that's what happens in life, right? We start out, we're at school, right? When we're at school, everyone else is at school. And so our peer groups, the ones that we generally get into relationships with and are attracted to, we've got so much in common, we're all in the same thing. And then we kind of diversify when we leave school and we go in different directions. Then there's fewer people that are aligned with us. And so we go out with another person, but we might be at college and they might be working. So there's a bit of a difference there, right, in life experiences. And those differences are huge when we're younger, really, when we look back. And sometimes in those early days, we get this feeling like, I should have been the right person for this person, so there's something wrong with me, and I should have changed myself to be the one that they wanted instead, and so this thing about me is wrong. So when someone breaks up with you, and instead of being mature about it and saying you're just not the right person for me, and I found that out now, they're like, you're this and you're that, and take it personally, and we go, I shouldn't be this and I shouldn't be that. And that's not true, right? It's not about us. It's just a mismatch. Like, there's so many breakups that do so much damage because we do that projection thing of like, you're wrong and you should have been right for me, but you're not right for me, and so this is wrong about you and this is wrong about you and this is wrong about you. You should change that, otherwise you're never going to get into a relationship. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Because we're all kinds of people, and if we just find the right person for us, we're going to be right for them. But because that process happens, we start questioning ourselves. I shouldn't be like this. That part about me is not wrong. So you see it all over the internet now. There's loads of toxic masculines out there and toxic feminines too, typing a lot, a lot of commenting going on about how wrong we are and how we need to be different if any man's going to choose us. And of course toxic feminines are saying, if the man is going to get into a relationship or whatever, it's a whole lot of judgment, and it's just not true. It's not true that everyone should be right for us and they all need to change themselves so that we can be attracted to them. It's just ridiculous, right? That thought. But saying that, you've taken a bit of that on. You have taken a bit of that on, and you're still coming out of that. So you've got this youthful kind of an energy, like, I just want to start again. It's like, You're going to get it right this time by molding yourself even more. No, you're not. You're more than that. You've learned more than that. You know who you truly are. You need to be more of who you truly are. Shine out like that. No apologies. No, you didn't cause breakup of relationships. No, you didn't cause breakup of marriages and things like that. No, it's not. That's not, you being yourself is not the reason that you can't hold on to a man or whatever has been said to you. None of that is true. You just haven't got into the right relationship yet. You haven't found that right person yet. And you don't do that by diminishing yourself even more and trying to change yourself. You do it by, oh yeah, if I'm truly myself and shining, then of course my person is going to respond to that version of me, not the other version of me. Once upon a time, I moved from where I really love living to somewhere where I didn't want to be just for a man. It didn't work out. And then I realized I'm in this place that I don't want to be. And I'm like, I need to go back to where I really love living, because of course my person is going to be there. Of course the person that's right for me is going to be living in the place where I'm the happiest too. And so I went back and I stopped second guessing myself that I was in the wrong place. And of course there he was when I went back, so. And in the same kind of way, this reading is saying, like, believe in yourself, like you didn't cause a breakup. So, romance, mistake, and joy. Now, yes, romance, it does bring joy, right? But it can still be the wrong one. Okay. How can I put this? So imagine you've got a cup, right? And you're putting marbles in the cup. So you meet somebody. I'm attracted to them. That's one marble in the cup. They have the right colour hair that I like. Another marble in the cup. Oh, they've got a beautiful smile. Another marble in the cup. You say hello to them. Oh, I like their accent too. You put another marble in the cup. And they ask you out on a date, and there's another marble in the cup. You get along really well, talk about a lot of things, another 2 marbles in the cup. All of these things going in, right? Going in the cup. The relationship that you want should be a full cup. Not just, oh, there's a few of the marbles in, I think this is going to be a full cup, let's go for it. The reason I'm saying that for this, romance, mistake, and joy, is your cup can be half full in this process. So you've received a lot of joy from it, a lot of good times, a lot of good dates, and a lot of matchy-matchy things. But it's still not the right relationship for you. Something doesn't mean... A relationship doesn't have to be dreadful, abusive, with actual bruises for it to be the wrong relationship for you. It doesn't have to be all bad for it to be the wrong relationship for you. So it can have a lot of romance, a lot of joy, a lot of good things. There could be like 20 marbles. You could be 3/4 of the way full, your cup, with marbles in it. A lot of good things, a lot of good experiences. And it still not be the right one for you, and it still be a mistake for you. Don't go all in just because there's a few marbles in your cup. What else? Yeah. Now, some of you, you've got someone that you had a past life with here, and you're in some kind of a karmic cycle with them, and they are not the right person for you. And there would have been mixed emotions when you met them. Like I said, when I first got that card out, there can be something really annoying about someone, even though they feel really important to you, and that's when you know you've had a past life with them, right? It's not necessarily when you've had a past life that you should be in a relationship. They might kill you every lifetime, And there's a strong feeling when you meet someone like that. You're in a karmic cycle with somebody. Hope and friendship. Hoping to be friends with somebody? Or hoping that friendship turns into something more? Or hoping that this turns into something more? I don't know. Like I said, from this reading, I'm just getting like you're in this kind of start over, kind of get it right this time, kind of be in this youthful energy of diving into love and mold myself right for this person this time, and be somehow change myself into the person that they want me to be and get it right this time, so I get to keep them. It's a naive way of looking at it. Anyway, by the book, doing things by the book. Grandmother did it, mother did it, kid did it. Now, book's changing. Of course it's changing. We learn from who's gone before. We don't want to do it how grandma did it. Grandma was owned by grandpa. Grandma had no rights. Right? Do we want to do it how our mother did it? Well, I don't know what the story there is for you, but you know, we progress, we learn, and we do things differently. Go the distance and clean it up. There is some healing work to do here. You need to allow yourself to be yourself. You need to allow yourself freedom right now to do what you want to do and be your full self, and stop trying to be what other people want you to be for a relationship. Because you have a strong pull with someone here, and I don't feel like this one is the same as this one, but you're being pulled by other people and their energy, when you really need to be sovereign in your energy and be strong in your energy and go, you know what, if I'm where I want to be, living the life that I want to be, really loving who I am and being 100% me, of course the one that's right for me is going to show up on that path. Of course they will. Of course they will. Well, there you go. That's what I've got for you. Thank you so much for watching. Now, if that sounds like it is your story, it could be a story, want it to be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. This is going to be interesting, because in the deeper dive, I'm going to go into your divine masculine, the one that you're meant for, the one that's meant for you, where they are at the moment. I'm going to do the same reading again, find out what it is, what's the delay for them. It should be very interesting, so this one should give you a real look into whether it is this lover or whether it is this past life kind of person as well for you. Let's see. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. Now, you do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you don't get it right, then you're not going to receive it. The email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your important folder. If you're on Gmail, you've got an important folder, it'll end up in there, so do look in there for it. Well, if this is where you're leaving me, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave me a comment as well. What did you get out of that? How's it resonating with you? Let me know below. And if you want more from me, you can go to my website, behealing.com, get a reading from me, find out your personal situations, one question readings, and full readings, all kinds of things. Check it out on behealing.com. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive, I'll see you in there shortly. And if you want to sign up for my free class, there's a link right there. Bye. You've done the work. You can spot red flags. You've built strong boundaries. But is your heart too closed now? Careful, guarded, keeping you safe? But you still want real love, healthy, conscious, true love. Let me help you open your heart again, safely this time, to invite in the partner who truly meets you. Ready for real love? Learn more at behealing.com.